So today we are out on a solar project, what is going to be the future site of a solar site. I don't know how many acres, like 750 or 1,000, something like that. But we have got a well right there behind us that we have to abandon legally. It is a 29-foot bored well, and we're going to put some bentonite in it. We're going to pump all the water out of it, and we're going to put a cement cap on it. And the amount of red tape through something like this is utterly ridiculous, but we're gonna get it done. I'm gonna take you along with us. So I've actually had to draw all this out on paper and make like a little diagram, blueprint, whatever, but I've got the 1.5 horse Beaver pump. It's 110 volt, so we're gonna fire that up with the generator. We're gonna send that to the bottom of the well and try to empty out all the water of the well, 90% of it anyways. And then once we get most of the water out of the well, we're going to dump 500 pounds of hole plug bentonite in the bottom, seal the bottom of the bored well. Then we're going to fill it in with fill dirt 5 foot from the surface. From there, we're going to remove the top section of concrete well casing. And then we're going to put in 6 bags of mixed Portland cement to create a cement cap. And that will be basically 5 feet below grade. And then after we do the cement, then we're going to basically grade it smooth. But that's the plan for today. And Mr. Caleb is here to bring us our safety equipment. All right, so this is the old well. We don't know how old it is. It's not in the county records. But that's basically what we're dealing with. I measured it when I came here last time. It's 29 feet deep, so we'll remove this top section. Once we get this wood off, then we have to dump another bag of chlorine in there. I dumped a half a bag of chlorine in here when I came a month ago, but we'll dump some more in there just to sanitize it. Ooh-wee. All right, let's pick this thing apart. All right. Yeah. One here, let me see. Okay. That's good old sawmill lumber. I think if I can open the front right there, we can just fold it back. Yeah. So I don't know if they have these in the ground or not. All right, Mike, now that we've got all the stuff around the well cleaned up, let's go ahead. We're gonna get the pump, we'll get the pipe, and we'll get the generator, and we'll bring it out here and start getting that well sucked dry. Cool. So we got our pump, got our wire, got our pipe, we're good. Yep. That looks good. Okay. All right. Now all we need of this 100 foot of cable is roughly 35 feet. Mike, drag it that way. That way it's already with the wire. We're just gonna tape this. I'll tape the wire to the pipe just for the sake of it being there. I think it would probably make removal a lot easier. Got the tip right there. Okay. Now I'm gonna step this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that should be 40 feet. And the well is only 30 feet, so. No, I'm gonna leave that top concrete casing on there so none of the stuff falls in the hole. Concrete casing comes off at the end. There it is, hit bottom. Good. Perfect. Now I need a trimming pipe with a bell on the end of it. We'll just stick it to the end of this pipe and run it down the hill to that ditch. Okay, choke on, boom. Good deal. Now that the pump is installed, we're gonna go ahead and sanitize the water again. I could smell the chlorine I put in here last time, but a little bit extra don't hurt. That shouldn't blow off.
It shouldn't. Low precaution.
Okay. Time to pump her dry. There she goes. There's the water. Good deal. Now we wait. Once the pump runs dry, then we can pull it out and dump our 500 pounds of hole plug in the bottom. Mike, let's go ahead and get some bentonite and we'll set it around the well. She's still flowing. It's remarkably clean. Looks nice. Smells like chlorine, like terribly. That'll bleach your clothes. It's slowly going down.
Water coming out of that clean to drink or not?
It smells straight up like bleach right now. Yeah, it's about time for him to show up. Good deal. I think we got enough bentonite. We just need a little time. Looks good, sir. Just waiting for the well to run dry. Realistically, I don't think a bored well is going to keep up with a 24 gallon a minute pump, so probably in the next 10 minutes it'll quit. I can physically see down the well and tell that the water level has dropped significantly. So the static level in the well was 19 foot and the bottom of the well was 29 foot. So that's like, you know, 9 to 10 foot of water. So I figured it's somewhere probably like 300 gallons. That's cool. It slowed way down. So that right there is probably what the well is actually producing. I'm gonna finish eating, let that do its thing, and then we'll start the process of pulling the pump out and filling the bottom of it with a hole plug.
Ready to pull it?
Okie dokie. That's all that's left.
That's how much water the well makes.
Yeah. All right, Michael. Let's see. Big Bertha. With all the lovely chlorine on her. We'll wipe that down. We'll wash that off with the water in the trailer. Okie doke. Let's dump some bentonite.
Mike, you want to come up for me? Set him right there, Mike.
You got him?
Yep. You just make sure the bag don't fall.
spice that up. Good deal. That's it.
Okay, here we go.
Collect our bags.
10 bags of environmental plug down the well.
500 pounds of bentonite.
500 pounds.
All right. Mike, you can set those empty bags in the back seat of my truck so they don't blow away. Okie dokie. Now it's near time for some dirt and some cement.
Yep, we need dirt now, don't we?
Yep. Now it's on them. We still got time. We can clean that up, and I'm gonna dig around the.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm gonna dig around the thimble, and then pop that first layer off.
Okay.
How far down is that seam?
Right here.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. All right, let's go ahead and disassemble the pump and everything. Good deal. Need to wipe that off or that thing's gonna be corroded. Maybe put it in the test tank at the shop to get all that chlorine out of it.
And we're gonna push it this way, right?
Yep. Roll it over that way.
Which way are we gonna go with it?
This way. Oh yeah, way to go, Mike. I love it.
Don't fall in, please.
No,
Yep.
don't fall in.
Go your way. You just kind of stop it right there. Perfect. It did. 24 foot. It filled up 5 foot with bentonite. Pretty cool. Good math. All right, we finally got our excavator and some fill dirt coming. Yeah, we had a stick Bridget. We had to clean it by hand. There you go. The operator doesn't speak good English, so hard to tell him what to do. He runs the track hoe really good though, gotta give him that. Beautiful.
A little bit, still a little bit.
All right, go give me one more. You down there still about 15 foot. got 2 loads of dirt?
Yep. Yeah, 2 loads.
Right there. 12.5 feet.
Okay.
No, you rip it out. Yep. Perfect. Drag it out. Woo! Yay! That's perfect. Just take those pieces and just set them out of the way of the pile. Beautiful. Yep. Thank you. All right, let's see what we got here.
That's the
Perfect. Look at that. It's awesome.
Looking good?
Yep. That's 6 feet below.
Okay.
Minimum, maybe 7. But that'll be perfect. We got the top 6 foot of concrete removed when we were supposed to move 5 feet, and then we'll go ahead and pump a cement plug in the bottom of it, and we'll be good.
Cool. Okay.
Go. That pump rolls, don't it?
Yes, you blows.
Yeah, it flows so much faster than the other one.
Oh, you get that tip regulator right. We bought the new one solar over, the new one wouldn't come up to test it, so we didn't have the regulator checked out.
That's why we brought the other truck, just in case it locked up on us. It was slightly frustrating there for a few months. cement cap is right there, good to go. We're gonna give it 24 hours to settle up, and then we're gonna cover this whole area with dirt. Then they'll have the GPS pin location so they'll know where it is in the future if for some reason they're ever gonna do anything here, which I don't think they're gonna do anything here. All right, well, our job's done. Time to get out of here. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I wasn't able to actually cover it up. We had to wait 24 hours to allow the concrete, the cement at the top, to harden up before we could cover it up. Now, the inspector, we had went back and forth trying to schedule this, and I had scheduled all the people, and then the inspector called and said that he wasn't able to make it. Well, at that point, I already had everybody at the job scheduled, and the inspector worked with me, which I appreciate him for that. So I know you're watching this. I just want to say thank you for working with me on this situation. And another shout out to Caleb York. He was a gentleman that I was working with back and forth through that whole process. So very, very nice guy to deal with. And it was the amount of paperwork, emails, and phone calls, like I said at the beginning of the video, red tape, was ridiculous. I understand it's a commercial job, the level of safety, equipment, so on and so forth, but we're talking like 50 pieces of paper, 40 emails, and 30 phone calls over a month's period of time to fill in a hole. Little bit ridiculous, but that's just from my standpoint of things. So I'm going to show you a few clips throughout this, and the inspector went there the next day when he had a free time, and he was actually able to visually see the concrete plug at the top, and he got a GPS pin location of where that well was, and then he witnessed them cover it up. Part of the deal with the inspector was that I would make this video and he would actually be able to see the beginning to the end process. So you as the viewer, you get to see what it is that we did, and the main purpose of it is for y'all. But luckily the inspector was cool with me filming it, and Dominion Energy was cool with me filming it. All the people there who Caleb worked for was cool with me filming it. Had to get all that passed by, you know, the guy up above the guy, up above the guy, up above the guy, you know. Everybody's got to okay stuff like that. So it's almost a miracle that I was actually able to make a video out of this. But probably one of the best videos that I've made in a very long time, just because I had 2 cameras rolling and I've put a long amount of time editing this. But hopefully enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. If you're new here, please smash that subscribe button. Help me grow this channel. I can't do it without subscribers, and I can't do it without likes. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.